Today is August 19th, 2026. In January of 2024, I filed for divorce after being married to my person for 12 years. I went through a lot in that time, a lot of ups and downs, a lot of heartbreak. Not saying that I was perfect at all, but I just finally got to the point where I just wanted to be loved properly. I had lost myself, I had gained so much weight, I really felt like I was dying. So in 2024, I decided to take action and I filed for divorce. By August of 2024, my divorce was finalized. God kept telling me that I was going to be divorced by my birthday. I was going to be divorced by my birthday. My birthday fell on a Sunday that year. And lo and behold, I actually got divorced on August 19th. I didn't know that I was divorced yet. That Friday, we put in the last bit of paperwork, and Monday, she didn't call. Tuesday, she didn't call. Every time we turned in something, she'd always call. So I figured, oh, it's the weekend. Maybe she would call, but she didn't. So I was like, okay, I'm going to give it 30 days. Maybe the paperwork will come in the mail, whatever. Didn't get anything. So I called in. She's like, ma'am, you've been divorced since August 19th at 5:50 a.m. Or it was 8:50 a.m. Who knows the time? But here we are 2 years later. And from January of 2024 until now, I had my weight loss surgery. I lost my father. I had a hysterectomy. I had complications. I had to have another surgery and procedure. I almost lost my job. I went through so much in the past 2 years. But I survived, and I'm still here, and I'm thriving. And my husband's actually my best friend. We actually get along better than we did when we were married. We still fuss a little bit, but I'm free. He's free to do whatever it is he wants to do. So just because you get a divorce doesn't mean you have to be angry and toxic and mistreat each other. The goal is to be your best self. And if that means separating yourself from people, things, places, jobs, bad habits that cause you not to be your best self, then you got to put the work in. Life is not handed to you. You're going to have highs and lows. You're going to go through things. But it's up to you to decide, do you want to take the easy way or the hard way? Because I feel like a lot of times we make life harder for ourselves than it has to be. I decided, I woke up one day and I really felt like I was dying. And I decided, you know what? This ain't for me. I prayed to God and I said, God, I give my husband back to you. And I started doing the work. I started looking at myself. Not saying that, oh, what's wrong with me? Why I can't get my marriage to work? I did that for a long time. That's not what I prayed anymore. I looked at myself and I said, why did you allow yourself to go through this as long as you did and you knew it was wrong? And I realized that I wasn't reading my Bible like I was supposed to. God didn't want that for me, but I didn't understand that. God wants you happy. He didn't say everything was going to be perfect, but He wants you prospering. He wants you healthy. He wants you whole. He wants you free. And anything that's not aligning with that, it has to go. So I began to do the work on myself. I pushed my kids aside. Not saying I didn't take care of them. Don't get me wrong. I pushed him aside. I pushed my kids aside. And I really just looked at myself and I was like, Sharon, what happened to you? And I looked at myself and said, who am I? Who did I want to be? And who did I want to become? You have to look at that and you have to analyze it and say, okay, this is who I am currently. This is who I used to be. Who do I want to become? And you start to take action steps to get there. It doesn't happen overnight. You're going to feel like a failure sometimes. You're going to cry. You're going to feel like it's too hard. You're going to feel like giving up. And sometimes you just have to be quiet. Sometimes you have to move in silence and not tell anybody anything. Sometimes you're your own best friend. And that's what I had to do. Yeah, I got a best friend. Love her. She was there supporting me, yes. But you have to be your own best friend. You have to be your own cheerleader. Because when times are hard and there's nobody there to pick up the phone, you have to be able to hold yourself accountable. You have to be able to be strong for yourself. God is there every step of the way, but you got to put the work in too. You can't expect God to do everything for you. That's not how it works. And so, my message into saying this is today, I officially start my Dear Sharon podcast. Today, I officially start my Sharon's Self-Fulfillment Lab. And I'm excited to bring you this content because over the last 2 years, it's actually been a little bit longer than that. But we'll just count when I filed for divorce because that's when I took my power back. You can say things and feel things and try to start doing the work and healing. Did a little bit of therapy too. But until you finally check that box and say, I'm taking my life back, me filing that paperwork was the first step of taking my life back. And that happened January of 2024. I got my divorce August 19th of 2024. And here we are, August 19th of 2026. Is my life perfect? No. Am I where I want to be? No. But am I starting to do the things and experience the things that I've always wanted to? Absolutely. Living is a choice. Thriving is a choice. Being whole is a choice. Happiness is a choice. Love is a choice. Fear is a choice. Everything that you do is a choice. Even from putting on what underwear you're going to wear for the day. Everything is a choice. So I'm going to ask you, what choice are you going to make? So here comes the fun part. This is where we stay connected outside of the podcast. So you can write an email to dsquestionbox@gmail.com, and that's where you send all your letters and questions for me to answer on the podcast. And if selected, of course, it will be anonymous if you want it to be. But this is where we can connect. I can answer questions or anything that you have. Take a screenshot of this post so that way in the future you'll know how to contact me. And until next time, bye.